Good morning out there in the DFS community. It's Vaughn, the Stat Man, coming into your YouTube airwaves, and welcome to the Stat Room. On this wonderful afternoon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into this video, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at Vaughn the Stat Man, and guys, check out the website vaughnthestatman.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so what I'm going to do is I am going to do a 2-game full breakdown, but I'm going to do it on FantasyDraft. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have not tried FantasyDraft yet, they have rake-free contests. You might want to go over there and sign up. It's a wonderful platform, guys, so let me break down what FantasyDraft is all about. First and foremost, they have rake-free contests. What that means is, let's say you're in a 10,000 prize pool game, and it's a $10 buy-in. That means 1,000 people can enter that game on FanDuel. So you will be going up against 1,000 different competitors. But since FanDuel charges you 22%, they add an additional 222. So now you're not going against 1,000 people. You're going against 1,222 people. So that means your odds to cash goes down. If you play this same contest on FantasyDraft, you would only be going up against 1,000. They don't add that extra 222 people. To me, that sounds absolutely amazing. All right, so let's break down their structure. All right, so you have a salary cap of $100,000, meaning you have $11,111 a player. This is what makes FantasyDraft unique to FanDuel and DraftKings. You get 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end. But this is where the uniqueness comes in. You have 2 flex spots, meaning you can run 4 running backs, 4 receivers, 3 tight ends. You could run 3 wide receivers and 2 tight ends, or 3 running backs and 2 tight ends. And then you have a defense. All right, guys, so that's the basic breakdown. And this contest that we're in is the Wishbone contest. It's a $4 buy-in with a $72,000 prize pool. They actually have a really good contest for guys who like the high GPP games. They have a $28 buy-in for a $500,000 prize pool contest. All right, so let's look at the games that we want to break down. We're going to break down Jacksonville and Carolina. All right, so let's go show the Jacksonville and Carolina game. All right, at Jacksonville and Carolina, Gardner Minshew is a little injured. He's not 100%, but this guy reminds me of a young Brett Favre. He throws the ball around, he's accurate, and he just plays with a confidence. And NFL is a game where you need to have confidence. I like him in this matchup. Now Carolina is the number 2 rated pass defense. But what Gardner Minshew is going to do, he's going to throw it more to Fournette. They're going to start using Fournette the same way that you see McCaffrey being used. He's going to catch more screens and dump offs to get that 4 or 5 yards. You're going to see him being utilized more. Allen against Jacksonville, I like Allen a little bit better in this matchup because I don't think Ramsey is going to play in this matchup. So without Ramsey, they only really have Boye. So the other cornerbacks are not as good, and you can also attack Jacksonville in the run game. So in this matchup, I do like Minshew. All right, now let's go to the running back position. McCaffrey is not going to have as many rushing yards. I say he gets 10 carries for probably 40 yards. He's going to make his hay in the actual passing game. I don't think McCaffrey's going to get 2 touchdowns, but I do believe he gets maybe 1. So I can see him getting about 17 points. Fournette is gonna run through this team. Carolina's weakness is that they have small linebackers. Now, you're not going to see a lot of production from Fournette in the first or second quarter because big running backs wear you down as the game go on. Expect most of his production to be in the 3rd and 4th quarter. All right, now the wide receiver position, I don't expect Westbrook to be a factor because I don't expect Westbrook to be a factor because Carolina is the number 2 pass defense. They're going to take Westbrook out of the game. That's what they do. They take your number 1 and number 2 receivers out. So I don't like Chalk, but I do like Conley because he's in the slot. So Conley is going to probably have the better matchup. Now, Jacksonville is only going to be able to take out 1 receiver. So Moore is going to be in an unfavorable matchup. But Curtis Samuel is the guy you want to look at. You also want to look at Jarius Wright in this matchup. So those are guys you might want to target. Next, Greg Olsen is going to have a much better game because this is how you attack Jacksonville. You attack Jacksonville by running at them, not running directly at them, but you run towards the perimeter on Jacksonville and you throw screen passes and you attack them in the middle of the field. So I think Olsen's going to have a better game. I would say maybe one of those 5-catch, 60 yards. I even believe he gets in the end zone. Now, O'Shaughnessy is going to have he's going to be more involved in the offense because you have to attack Carolina by throwing it at the linebacking position because they're going to be focused on stopping the run. So O'Shaughnessy should be able to get behind them. All right, so that's breaking down that game. Now, let's go to the next game we're going to talk about is the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the New York Jets are 0-10 lifetime against the Eagles. They have never beaten the Eagles. The Jets quarterback actually might not play. So that means if the Jets, this is going to go by if Sam Darnold plays. If he plays, all the Jet receivers are in line. If he does not play, then I don't like him as much. And then the Eagles receivers will be in line. All right, so let's go look at it. Carson Wentz. This is a game where Carson Wentz is going to run the ball more. They're going to get back to running the ball, and you can run against the Jets and you can throw against the Jets. So I love Carson Wentz. I think he's going to get 3 touchdowns in this game. I think he's going to finally run for a touchdown. Now, Donald has been ruled out. I'm looking on my sheet now. I didn't realize that he was actually ruled out because his spleen is actually swollen. So since Donald was ruled out, Luke Falk will be the guy that we will put in his place. Luke Falk is getting better each week. The Eagles do have one of the worst. They actually have the worst pass defense. So Falk will bring some value. I'll talk more about his receivers when I get to the receiver part. Now for the running backs in this matchup, I love Le'Veon Bell because he's just going to get the production. And I know he's 13,000, but he is going to catch 10 balls. Even if he gets 6 yards per reception, that will still give you 10 catches. That can give you a possible 5 points. You get 60 yards, you're already 11 points. He's going to still rush for about 50. He's going to get you 20 points in this matchup. Don't even second guess it, guys. Howard has now become the bell cow. Love him in this matchup. He's going to get those goal line touches. He's going to catch dump offs. He's going to get a lot of production. But I think Miles Sanders is going to get his first touchdown this week, guys. So don't be afraid to not use Sanders. Montgomery doesn't really have a lot of value, neither does Sproles. Now, in the wide receiver position, Alshon Jeffries gets the goal line catches, and he's just the go-to guy. With Deshaun Jackson being out, Jeffries doesn't get a lot of yards after the catch. That's the problem. Like, he will get like 6 or 7 targets, but he only will get 30 or 40 yards and a touchdown. So his potential is 12 to 14 fantasy points. Aguilar his numbers went way down since Jeffries have come back. So I think Aguilar might get 3 or 4 targets, probably for 30, 40 yards. He's a non-factor to me. Now, Falk's guy is Robbie Anderson. So if you play anybody from the Jets, Robbie Anderson is a guy you might want to target. All right, now at the tight end position, Zach Ertz and Goddard. This is who the Eagles is about. It's not about Deshaun Jackson. It's about Ertz and Goddard. They are 2 tight end base defense. They run what's called 12 personnel, which is 1 running back and 2 tight ends. This will be their base. So both of these guys are in play for me. Now, Griffin, I'm not liking at all. So, all right, guys, so that's a little bit about that. All right, so now let's create a 4 horsemen for fantasy draft. All right, first and foremost, you got a lot of good quarterbacks here, but I'm giving you Deshaun Watson. I just think he's in a prime matchup. Atlanta can't guard anybody since Neal went out, so he will be our quarterback. At the running back position, I'm giving you guys Mark Ingram. He's going up against a team who they just don't guard the run well. The Ravens is the best run team in the NFL, and on the road they are even better because you run the ball to keep the crowd noise down. See, when you play fantasy, you got to think about the crowd noise. If you want to take the crowd out of the game, you run the ball because running is boring to a fan because they want to see the long 30 and 40 yard passes. But as an opposing team on the road, you want to eliminate the crowd noise, so then you can throw the passes so that way your quarterback can hear. And you do that by running the ball. Ingram's going to have a big day. Wide receiver, I'm going with Thielen. I just think that Thielen called his quarterback out. So I believe he's going to have a big game and he's going to make up for it. At the tight end position, I'm giving you guys, you already know who I'm going. I'm going Tyler Eifert. With Ross being out, now Tyler Eifert has to get those targets. They're going to go somewhere, and this team, you attack over the middle. So that's it, guys. Watson, Ingram, Thielen, and Eifert. All right, guys, so that's it, guys. And also, guys, when you make your first deposit in a fantasy draft, there's a link that will be in this video. If you use that link, you will get a link to a free contest. So, guys, go on over and check out Fantasy Draft. As you can see, I actually play Fantasy Draft, and I am getting close to it being only Fantasy Draft because I love their structure, guys. So that's it, guys. So I am on to today. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this content, guys. If you made it this far, I would appreciate it if you liked the video. And for everybody that is going to go up and sign up for Fantasy Draft, please go in the comment section and just leave a message if you're going to play or if you already play and give me your thoughts on it. And then when I do my video on Monday, then I want people to tell me, what did you think of Fantasy Draft? And we can talk about it then. All right, guys, so good hunting in your DFS. Love you. Hello, everyone. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. And I know everyone out there that's watching this video wants to be successful. Now, steps to becoming successful. Number one, you have to actually get up off your tail and you have to actually apply yourself. Everybody that's watching this video, you have to work on three things. Number one, you have to work on your discipline. You have to work on your execution. And first of all, you have to have a plan. Once you create a plan, you have to write down your goals to get to that plan. Everyone out there has the skill to do that. Everyone out there can be disciplined. And you need to spend less time on social media, spend more time reading books. And I also would recommend to surround yourself with people that can make you a better person, people who will challenge you. Because Jim Rome says it best. You want to be better, stronger, and wiser. And everybody out there has the skills to do that. And for you religious people, in my opinion, the Bible does not favor lazy people. So you have to actually apply yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I was homeless. I'm no longer homeless. I got up off my butt and I said enough is enough. So to change your life, say enough is enough. Get you a plan. You have to be disciplined and you have to execute and do research. Because success is only given to those who earn it. Love you guys.